Your host for MotorWeek, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to MotorWeek. We're glad to have you with us. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is generally considered the first luxury SUV. Since 1993, it's proven that you don't have to trade off-road prowess for on-road comfort and style. Needless to say, the Grand Cherokee has spawned numerous rivals. So to keep up, there's now a third-generation Grand Cherokee ready to strut its stuff. Only this time, it's had a little help from one of its imitators. At first glance, the all-new midsize 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee appears more evolutionary than revolutionary. But as most of its design was finished before Chrysler's divorce from Daimler, the new Jeep GC shares its basic chassis with the latest Mercedes-Benz ML. That process resulted in some growth, over 5 inches of added wheelbase and nearly 4 extra inches of width. But less than 2 inches is added to length, with just a ½ inch more for height. A rugged front fascia still sits below a Jeep 7-slot grille, which is now flanked by logoed headlights with an HID option. The rest of the styling is smoother and more refined, yet still recognizable as a Grand Cherokee. Two details we really like: a removable front air dam to improve the approach angle, and this well-integrated liftgate spoiler. Chrysler's long-awaited Pentastar 3.6-liter V6 bows with the new Grand Cherokee. This twin-cam variable timer delivers 280 horsepower, 70 more than last year's 3.7. Torque is up to 260 pound-feet with 90% at only 1,600 RPM, important for low gear slogging. Carryover is an optional 5.7-liter pushrod Hemi V8 for 360 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque with fuel-saving cylinder cutoff. Transmissions are 5-speed autos. The V8 has Chrysler's Trick manual mode multi-speed unit with different second gear ratios for upshifts and kickdowns. Rear drive is standard with 3 4x4 systems available. For the V6 only, automatic Quadra-Track 1 with a single-speed transfer case. For V6 and V8, Quadra-Track 2 with a high-low transfer case, and Quadra-Drive 2, which adds an electronic limited slip differential. New with Quadra-Track 2 and Quadra-Drive 2 is Select Terrain. Reminding us of Land Rover's multi-terrain response, the driver dials in one of 5 traction control settings. When coupled with the Quadra Lift air suspension, Select Terrain coordinates up to 12 powertrain braking and suspension systems, including hill start assist and hill descent control. Quadra-Lift also allows the driver to raise the GC up to 3 extra inches for a total of 11.1 inches of ground clearance, or lower the chassis up to 1.5 inches. It's also self-leveling for towing. Our first impressions of the new V6 are that while it's a huge improvement in power, response, noise, and smoothness, it still is just adequate for the 2-ton-plus Grand Cherokee. The Hemi V8, however, never left us wanting for power. No doubt a product of its Mercedes ML roots is the Grand Cherokee's first-time independent multi-link rear suspension. While some purists will worry about off-road durability, it results in a big boost to on-road manners. There's far less front push and far more rear-end obedience around fast corners. Body roll is, however, still rather loose. It's a fine setup for most owners. Still, if you see deep mud or boulder hopping in your future, opt for the air suspension. The interior of the new Grand Cherokee is a bigger step up than the exterior. Not just classier, but more sophisticated, with great fit and finish. The top-level Overland trim has leather on the dash and seats, plus wood accents. A panoramic sunroof is optional. Front seats are thick and supportive, with optional heat and ventilation. Satellite radio is standard on all Grand Cherokees, but Bluetooth is not. Other options include satellite TV and navigation with a 30-gig hard drive. Second row occupants get a welcomed improvement in legroom and knee clearance to the tune of 4 more inches. Seats also now recline. Cargo room is up to 36.3 cubic feet. Drop the 60/40 bench for 68.3 cubic feet of gear. The rear liftgate has a separate opening glass and power assist is newly available. Jeep Grand Cherokee fuel efficiency has never won prizes and it still won't. Government fuel economy estimates are 16 city, 23 highway for the rear drive V6. 4x4 takes 1 from the highway and the V8 goes downhill from there. The 2011 Grand Cherokee Laredo starts at $30,995 in 4x2 form and $32,995 as a 4x4, both about $500 less than last year. With the V8, air suspension, and up-level trim, prices go well into the 40s. The new Jeep Grand Cherokee is still thirsty, but otherwise it's an eye-opener. From its sleek exterior to a more spacious and better crafted interior to its enhanced powertrain and all-terrain hardware. It may still be a traditional SUV, but it shows what impressive progress is possible when you apply new thinking to old virtues.